Joined me here. I just love it. And by the way, I finally remembered to record. So thank you for joining me tonight for some training. Hopefully you guys find this useful and inspiring or whatever you need. Hang on, let me help out here. Let's mute. Mute. Okay, Tony, we're muting you. Okay, so it's kind of like this for me. I kind of, every now and then I sit back and think about the business, right? And something came to me when I was on a training call a few weeks ago with Jenny Sanzo. She mentioned she was in a challenge, and it was a $500 challenge, she called it, and $500 a month challenge, right? And so I wanted to find out more. I never heard of that. And then I started thinking about it, right? I started thinking about every market partner, every person out there who's struggling to hit that rank, who is so close, but this one market partner is not really working it, and they're not making enough to make an impact, or you name it, right? And so as you're going through all of these things, the market partner that is struggling, how do you help them see the light? And how do you help them be successful in the business enough so they care about showing up and they care about it? And it occurred to me that that market partner that's struggling to hit MMP is making like 30 bucks to under $100 a month. Who is going to change their life and everything they do and every minute of the day be breathing in and out Monat if they're making $30 to $100 a month? And it's not going to happen for them. So the best thing we can give our market partners that want to show up and they're going to show up and they have big dreams is we can give them the incentive and the recipe to make them 500 bucks. Let's talk real, right? It's about, at some point, it's about, if I made $500 this month and I showed you how to make $500 next month, and in May, it's easier to earn $500 than it was in March and April. Don't you think that market partner is going to earn that $500 in May? They're going to show up. They're going to start working their business. They're going to start showing up. They're going to start going after their $500. And I'm going to tell you right now, it doesn't stop there, because if it's easier to make the $500 and they put a little bit of the work in, they put in March and April, they're going to make that $500. It's going to be $800, $900. And I'm going to tell you, one of the things that people run into in this business is they say, I don't have a runner working with me. And I'm telling you right now, you can make $500 a month all by yourself, without growing a team, without a runner. I think you can do better than that. And in fact, I think we all, whether you're making more than that or less than that or whatever it is, I think you should all be striving for the activities I'm talking about and the goal I'm talking about, to take and make as much money as you can in your own business, on your own accord, and the rest will take care of itself. The market partners will. If you teach your market partner to do what I'm suggesting, they're going to do it. And then all of a sudden they're showing up and they're making their $500. And guess what? They're going to hit the MMP rank. And someday, if they get their market partner to try to earn $500 and succeed at it, that person's going to rank. And the next thing you know, it's just becoming easy again to hit your ranks, because people are invested, they're getting paid. We all say what we want for people is we want them to get a paycheck, right? Well, let's put our money where our mouth is. Let's work this month to get our market partners and ourselves $500 extra. That's it. That's all I'm suggesting. And now I have a special challenge out for a handful of people that are going to be incentivized if they earn $500 this month and $500 next month, but I can't do it for my whole downline. So I picked a few, I'm sorry, but I want to train you all anyways. Everything I've been talking about with these people the last 3 days, I'm going to pour into you for this training. Okay. And I'm not at all an expert in anything that I'm talking about, but I just know this works and it's a real opportunity. I would love to hear as we go. Anybody who has more tips and ideas, please share them in the chat, raise your hand, interrupt. I don't care what we do. This is a team effort and let's figure out how to help each other make $500, okay? So for this conversation, I'm going to assume that nobody's in Smart Start. If you're in Smart Start, it's a little bit easier for you to make $500, okay? If you're in Smart Start, make the $500, but do what I'm suggesting. So it's kind of like this, right? For any market partner, even one that just started last month, let's say they started last month and they have 6 VIPs. That's a great start to their business. I don't know, am I froze? Can you guys see me still? Give me a thumbs up. Okay, Gina, thanks. Okay.
We can see you, but you're frozen on my end.
Yeah, I'm frozen on my end too, but.
Yeah, we can hear you, but you're still in one spot.
I'm going to see if I can turn off the video and turn it back on. It's not going to let me turn my video back on. Failed to start the camera. All right, I'm going to get out and come back in one time. If it doesn't, you guys will be here. I am going to make somebody else a co-host real quick. Brandy, you're a co-host. All right, Brandy, take over. I'll be back in 10 seconds.
I'm not doing much. Hope you're all well, healthy, happy.
How are you feeling, Brandy?
I'm doing much better. I'm sore these days because I'm putting weight on my foot, but I'm very optimistic and really happy to be at least walking a bit.
Well, thank you for sharing your journey with us all.
Okay, how did Brandy do, everybody?
Silly guy.
All right, well, thank you guys so much for joining. And so we're going to go in from here. We're going to talk about what my discussion point is. So market partner, they got 6 VIPs. They just started. Maybe you're a market partner with hundreds of VIPs. I want it to be easier for you. And I'm going to go through, and it's the same steps for the person with 6 or none or whatever. And this is what we're going to try to do to try to earn $500. How do you earn $500? So if I got 6 VIPs, and so if I'm brand new last month, I got 6 VIPs, they all ordered. This month, what do I want to do? Well, I'd love to see them all order again. And I'd love to find more VIPs. Okay, so let's talk about that for just a second. So it's the 1st and 2nd, and now it's the 3rd of the month, and it's early on in the month. And what do I want you to do? I want you to go through your VIPs. I want you to go through every single VIP. I don't care how many you've got. I want you to spend the start of your month planning. Go through every VIP you've got in your team, in your back office. If you don't know how to do that, you run a report called New Customers, okay? And you set the date back to when you started Monat. And you say, give me the report of all new customers since that date. They will list out every single VIP that you've ever had, retail customer or VIP. Go for them all. And I want you to build a plan. Now, there's a plan for people who just ordered last month. There's a plan for people who have a flex ship. And there's a plan for people who haven't ordered at all. But it's all a requirement to get a plan. So if I had 6 people order last month, I want to come up with a plan to talk to them. So I'll look at the 6 people who ordered last month one by one, and I'll go through and say, this person, let me see what they ordered. And I'll look at their order and I'll go, okay, well, they got the shampoo, the conditioner, and the mask. But I really want them to start doing oil treatments. I know the problem that they're having with their hair is oil treatments. and I want to spread the cost of Monat out for them. So I'm going to get them on the phone. First I'm going to write the plan out about what I'm going to do for everybody. And then I'm going to start getting on the phone with people. So for the first person, my plan would be, I'm going to get them on the phone. I'm going to have a conversation about what it is I think they need next, right? And it could be that they need the oil treatments because that's the problem you're solving. So go in there, figure out what you think they need next. Talk about the fact, well, they're not going to have to order for 3 to 6 months, the shampoo, conditioner, that, and you want to help them spread out the cost of the products that you're getting from Monat. So this month, let's only order the oil and let's start your healthy hair journey all the way by doing oil treatments. Okay, and I want you to have that plan of attack. If you've got somebody who maybe they were complaining of joint pain, because I'm going to tell you right now, I was exercising a lot lately, and I was doing an aerobic workout in the morning. You probably I could make money if I showed you guys me doing my aerobics, but I'm sitting there doing my aerobics, and then I found it too easy. So then I did it again. And then, so I do it back to back, right? And that wasn't too bad. But then I started saying, they're going too slow in this for me. I feel like I need a better workout. So now I'm going faster, right? Well, I did that for like 2 days and it completely wrecked my bones and joints. And I'm in pain. And I go, wait a minute, why am I not drinking my collagen? And I started adding my collagen back to my routine. And within a day, I felt great. And there's people out there who are working hard and working out hard and could use that relief that comes from collagen. So part of your strategy is know your customer, research them, understand them, and figure out of all the products we got, what is the one that you want to help them get next? And you talk about spreading out the cost of Monat. Okay. And so you go through all your customers. And if you had 6 customers last month, I bet you can get 3 of those, 50% of them, to order again. I really believe you can. So if you got your 3 customers to order again, what are you doing next? You are looking for new customers. Okay. And if you're brand new to the business, that means you haven't gone through your list yet. This month, there is 0 reason why you can't get through your list. You should be targeting a conversation with 20 people a day. Now, can I have a conversation with 20 people a day? No. I've been trying to get a conversation with 20 people since February 28th. I've been trying to get all of these market partners that I'm trying to talk to on the phone for the last 3 days. And I failed at getting it done. But what happened is I got a few done this day and a few done next day and a few done next day, because you're scheduling and you're working and you're trying to figure out what's time, and you're saying, oh, I feel exhausted, I'm going to skip this one, I'm going to reschedule it. And you're doing all these things. And the reality is trying to get 20 people on the phone is a lot of work, but you're going to get some of them on the phone. And tomorrow you get some of them on the phone. And the next day you'll get some of them on the phone. Okay, so whatever run out of people to talk to, try to get 20 people on the phone. If you've got a warm market, you've got 20 people, you got 100 people. If you've got a warm market, you've got 500 people. You've got to overcome your fear of, you got to say, my goal is more important than my fear. My why is more important than my fear. I'm doing this because I care about them, not because I'm being a pain in their ass. And so please care about the people that you know and love enough to ask them. And I'm going to give you another strategy tip, right? And this is what I'm thinking about, especially for people you reach out to that know and love you and should probably support you. I want you to call them up and I want to say, hey, you know what? I just launched a business. I just bought a business. I'm having a grand opening on Saturday and Sunday this weekend. Would you please come and support my business? Absolutely. Where's it at? It's in your hometown. Whatever their hometown is, know their hometown and say their hometown. It's right in your hometown. Will you come and support my business? Yeah. Okay, the door's open from 10 till 4. What time works best for you? When can I expect you to come in? And they'll tell them, I say, fantastic. let me call you at that time and we'll talk more about it. And then call them and talk about the fact that you launched a business and it's a grand reopening or opening, and you are going to pitch them and you're going to ask them the question. You're going to share with them the opportunity and you're going to ask them, you're going to solve their problem. And you know what? Because it's your grand opening, you're going to ask them to bring their friends. And if they're not interested, you want to say, this is my grand opening for my business. Can we talk about some of the friends that you think might need some hair products, or maybe they need some income? So I want you to approach it like that. And I challenge you to, if you really do this, you can all get, out of 20 people, you can get 10 people to join you this month for sure. Zero risk. There's no obligation to do another order again. There's no reason to say no. If it's your friend, they'll support a business that you open, right? So make it a brick and mortar that they're going to come to, and they would have come to it. So on Saturday, when you say it's just a phone call, say, well, I know you'd support me if it was a brick and mortar. Let's talk like it's a brick and mortar. To me, this is my business. Support me the same way you would. I'd get in their face about it. All right, so that's what I want you to do. And I want you to connect with your 20 people, and I want you to get those 10 orders. Okay, because I think you can get 10 orders. I really believe, and 10 orders, by the way, could be, you know, if you're previous, some of you got a lot of people in your VIP list and they've been there a while. You might not get 50% of them, but you know what? It doesn't hurt reaching out to them, developing this plan, looking at what they ordered last time, trying to connect with them again on a friendship level, and then trying to have that conversation and ask them if they would like to join. Ask them if they would like to help solve their problem with their hair or skincare or a pocketbook. But you got to ask the question, guys. So here's the thing. You go through and you take a look at the last month. I had 6 orders. Now I'm going to get 3 from them. I'm going to work on my list. That's my warm market. So if you don't have a warm market, that means you got a lot of customers already, guys. That's just how it is. If you have less than 10 customers, I'm going to tell you right now to your face, you got a warm market that you haven't finished tapping into. Okay? I guarantee you have a warm market. Just say yes and go after your warm market. Stop being the person who doesn't love them enough to go and ask them. You got to love them enough, to care enough about them, to ask them to help them with their pocketbook, their hair care, their skincare. Okay. All right. So if you don't have a warm market, you got a lot of VIPs in the back office. Let's target those VIPs and see if you can get orders out of every one of them. And you're going to be successful with some. And then even if you've got a cold market, you still need to be recruiting. Let's get you 4 VIPs this month. There's no reason. It's risk-free. This is the first time Monat has ever dropped the flagship requirement, ever. I don't know if it's an experiment. I don't know if it's forever. Flagships are great for our business, guys. We want them to order again. But right now we're gonna push the flagship aside, and we're gonna say, what are you doing to plan for every single person? And you go off and reach those people and get an order. So by the way, 6 people last month, 3 people ordered. You guys can take and help get another 10 out of the warm market we just talked about. That's 13 orders on average, $120 an order. That's 120 times 13, and my math's going to be terrible, but it's 1,200 plus, it's like 1,500 PV, okay? Some of you don't get 400 PV. Those orders are right there. You've got to break through and ask the people. And you got to be relentless, and you got to start right now, because I want you to hit this by the 15th. I want you to be wondering, I want you to go for that last 100 between the 15th and the 30th. I want you to get that 400 earlier. Okay, so let's go back, 1,500 PV. What does that mean to your pocketbook, right? Well, you get $150 plus 75. That's $225 in commissions. Plus you get a PV bonus for hitting 1,000, and that's $255. Okay. If 4 of them were, like we said, were new VIPs, you get a VIP acquisition bonus of $60. So that's, where were we at? It's 285. So you're 285, guys. And that's before the 15th of the month. And that's for going after these 20 people that we just talked about. If you only have 6 customers, you got another 20 somewhere, and you're going to do the same thing. And you're going to be relentlessly working your own business. This is all about working your own business, finding those conversations about how to ask the question and solve the problem with the people that you know, love, and trust, and you're starting a business. Use that strategy. It's a great strategy. Let people know you've started a business. They'll support you. I guarantee everybody, you know, if you told somebody you open a brick and mortar store and it's a bookstore, it's a knickknack store, it's a whatever store, you said, this weekend we got a grand opening, there'll be cookies and blah, 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 and all this stuff. Can you come out and support me? They'd say yes. They'd bring their friends. And they'd come spend a couple hours and they'd buy something. That's what you talk to them about when you're talking about supporting you. And then you turn it right back into this conversation. That yes, it is a business. It's just happened to be, it's in your hometown because you can just call me. And that's what we're going to do. Okay, so let's get you that first 10. And now you're at 1,500 PV. Guess what? 4 more people get 4 more VIPs through the next 20. You've got another $60 VIP acquisition bonus. You got another 500 in PV. So we were at, oh, we're at 285 plus, well, we'll just go back to the basics and figure it all out again, right? So we're at 2,000 PV. You get $300 for commissions for 2,000 PV plus $100 in a PV bonus is $400, but right off the bat, you're at $400. You got 4 new VIPs from the first batch, that's $60. You got 4 VIPs from the second batch, that's another $60. You're at over $500 with 20 orders or less than 20 orders. And you know what happens next month? When you say, I want you to earn $500 next month, you're not starting with 6 customers anymore. You're starting with a number of customers and you're going to have that conversation. Well, you ordered this month. Let's talk about the strategy for next month. Get to know them, know what they need, know if they got sore joints, know if they need that oil treatment, know if they need the styling products, whatever it is, solve the problem. And you'll get some of them to order. And to be honest, if you spent this month and got those VIPs that I just talked about and those orders I just talked about, you're easily at around 20 customers. In April, you're going to get 10 of those customers to order again with this kind of love and care at the beginning of the month. 10 of those customers means 1,200 PV. You're already at $220 or whatever it is by getting those 10 customers. And then you just got to get some more to get to 2,000 again. Anytime you get to 2,000, you earn your $500 for the most part. I'm going to tell you, I'm going to fast forward it for you. Okay. This is something that I never thought about. Me and Roxy never thought about this part of the business like this anyways, making money off of the VIPs and people that you recruit. But here's what I'm going to tell you. If you love on your customers and you continue to grow your business and get through all your 500 people, and then you get through your cold market and you go to your spouse and you get through their 500 people, and your mom and you get through their 500 people, and your sister and you get through their 500 people, you're going to start having quite a number of customers. You're going to slowly increase that number. It's going to be easier to make the 500. Suddenly it's easier to make the 800. You continue and your PV starts to get to be large. A year from now, you do this strategy, you're looking at about 3,500 PV. 3,500 PV, just so you know, is 350 plus 450 with commissions and PV bonus. That's $800 right away. You probably got market partners along the way by accident. And now if you teach them to go after their 500 in the way we're talking about, now you're talking dollars. You're talking, your organization's getting bigger. You're getting bonuses for stuff like that. Okay. And all you got to do is help your person get $500 in their pocket. And they'll continue to try to get that $500. I'm pretty sure of it. Okay. And then I'm going to tell you another secret. I know Jackie just alluded to it, right? That 10% bonus is pretty awesome, guys. I'm going to tell you, you work your business like this. This is how you get to be the person who gets 15,000 PV a month, because you relentlessly care for your customers every month. And it's not millions of miles away. It's like 4 years away. And I'll tell you right now, 15,000 PV is about $4,000 a month. And that's without having a single MMB running alongside you. That's a business that would change a lot of lives. 500 helps a lot. 4,000's an enormous help. And it's all within your own hands. There's not a single person that you need to help you with this other than showing up and walking through your list. And when you run out of all the warm markets and 500 people that I talked about, you need to start getting cold market, and you'll start doing that with all the other things we do, like posting and commenting and liking and things like that. It's just how the business works. And I want you to have a personal goal this month, add $500 to your business, and do the same in April. And anybody who wants to get into some one-on-ones and check in and be accountable with me, I'm more than willing to help you guys. This is what I do. This is why I'm doing this business. I want you guys to start making money in this business so that you guys want to work the business and make that money again. And do that for your team, and you guys will be doing amazing. That's my training, guys. I don't know that I've got any other secrets than that. There's no secret in anything I said. It's just, have you ever really sat back and thought about it like that? I personally haven't. I haven't thought about trying to make money with PV and customer orders. And I think it's such a game changer for your MPs that are struggling, that I really think you guys can do some great things together with your MPs. Anybody have any questions? Anybody have some more suggestions? Jackie, I know you got something. Jackie's a PV machine, by the way, guys, and a recruiting machine. So
I think breaking it down by order is key, because it makes something that seems insurmountable not so bad. And if you can show them purchase plus, all of a sudden that just starts to escalate, right? So you were doing the math at 100, and you were basically saying 100 PV in order, which on flash sales does tend to be lower. But if you're getting people doing flex ships, so with you guys with your points program, sell that, get them doing flex ships, because it's higher PV on flex ships. But show them purchase plus, make the wish list. I did the whole training on this one with Mandy, actually, on tips for this, but teaching people the wish list is huge. Yes, Peyton. Okay, we'll get you a Band-Aid. Yeah, showing the wish list. And when you're showing them the flex ship and don't just remind someone, hey, your flex ship is up. Do you want to change the date? Hey, your flex ship's up. We talked about such and such, because you've now got them on the phone with Aaron's method. And this freebie would be so perfect for you.
absolutely. So it's such a great way to connect. So there's a point where you've got people who ordered last month, flex ships coming up, people who haven't ordered. Those are 3 different categories of people. One more report you need to run in your business is customer order detail report. Again, you can set the Wayback Machine and find out what they ordered and how often they ordered, and then look at their orders and then know exactly what's running out and exactly what they need. And you can do all of that. And by the way, that's a cute little baby. Thanks for sharing, Kim. Anyways, that's pretty much it. And you know, Amy, that's what I'm saying is you don't need to have runners. Go make yourself an income. Go make yourself a real income, an income you'd be proud of. So let's go do that. Okay, guys. All right, guys. Thanks so much. Enjoy the rest of your day. Please check in with me. I'd love to hear any success you're having. I'd love to hear that you got $500 more this month or $500 this month. I just want you guys to get paid. All right. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.